Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the ordinary 100% organic virgin shea seed oil. And at first I would like to go over the benefits, then again share with you the different ways on how you can use this oil, including an example skincare routine, and lastly show you the application. And you'll find the timestamps and example skincare routines in the description box down below. Now this oil is rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids as well as antioxidants. Now the fatty acids help to enhance your skin elasticity as well as skin barrier function while keeping the skin well hydrated. This then on the other hand also helps to reduce inflammation over time, while the antioxidants help to protect the skin from the environment by fighting free radicals, which then helps to prevent premature aging. Now you can use this oil on all skin types, daily in the morning and or evening, and it is non-comedogenic, meaning it won't clog pores. And it has a very sweet scent to it, so I want to describe it. It's natural, this is what the oil smells like. And when using it, as I already mentioned in previous videos with your oil, you can really customize it. You can use it on its own along with your moisturizer, or even in a more completed skincare routine when using it along with other skincare treatments for your skin type, skin concerns. Now when using the oil on its own, just make sure to, before applying it to the skin, to properly wash your face, then pat the skin dry, apply the oil to the skin, and then during daytime if you have sun exposure, follow with your sunscreen on top of it. However, my suggestion would be using it along with a moisturizer or even mix it with your moisturizer. When layering them separately, after your cleansing step, you're going to use your oil at first and then layer your moisturizer on top. Now the oil has smaller molecules compared to your regular cream moisturizer, as well as it can penetrate a bit deeper into the skin, and it is essential for the skin barrier to protect it and to enhance your hydration. Therefore, you're going to use your moisturizer afterwards on top to seal everything and to lock in the benefits that the oil gives you. This would be the order of application. Use the oil before applying your moisturizer. If you want to mix it, well then just go ahead, grab your oil, use a couple of drops of oil, mix it with a pea-sized amount of moisturizer in the palm of your hand, and then apply it to the skin. Go with either one of them. Please do not use both methods. Just try it and see what works best for you. If you want to include it in a skincare routine using other treatments as well, well remember not only the order of application, but to choose the right products for your skin type and skin concerns. The simpler you can keep it, the better, the less likely it's going to cause any sensitivities or irritation. Now I have prepared for you a little example skincare routine, keeping the main focus towards the ordinary products. I have the example evening skincare routine behind me. However, I want to demonstrate it in a PowerPoint slide as well to give you a more visual guide as well as a general guide on how you would use the individual products. So you're getting started with your cleansing step, choosing the right cleanser for your skin type and needs, then pat the skin dry. Then if you like to include an hydrating and soothing toner, maybe essence or an exfoliant, as you can see right here, use it after your cleansing step. Then you may want to follow with your face serum. If you have more than one, just layer from the thinnest to the thickest texture. Then move on to your oil, and then lastly, if you should feel the need, follow with your moisturizer as the last step, or mix those two together. And then this would be the example evening skincare routine. For the morning skincare routine, I've changed it up a bit with different treatments, and I'm going over the order of application again. I wanted to include an eye serum, which you would use after your cleansing step, then your face serum, then your oil, and then your moisturizer, and then lastly your sunscreen. Now either you're just going to use the oil on its own, or you want to use it along with the moisturizer, or even mixed it in with your moisturizer. Your sunscreen is still the last step in your morning skincare routine to protect the skin if you have sun exposure. However, if you're a person that likes to wear makeup, well then your makeup application is going to be the very last step. Just make sure to wait at least 10 to 15 minutes after you have applied your sunscreen before applying your makeup. Otherwise you can move around the protection and then this can become quite uneven. But this would be then the example setup. You could see some of the steps are optional, which you can include, you don't have to, just to give you an idea of what you can look for. Now, if you want to go over the example routines in your own time, you want to recreate them, you want to look into the products that I have picked. I took care of the conflicts. I want to keep it general for all skin types and targeting different skin concerns. But below the example routines in my PowerPoint, you'll find a product description box part, which lists all the products that I have emphasized in my example routines, with a description next to it for whom it is suitable and what it does to the skin. After that, you can find a general skincare tips guide, which includes a patch test, how you can properly wash your face to avoid skincare peeling, some layering tips, as well as the oil of application when working with the ordinary treatments. And then after that, you'll find a more in-depth sunscreen application and removal guide, plus a step-by-step application guide when working with makeup. And there you will find all that information in the PowerPoint, which I'm going to leave in the description box down below. Now that you know what's important to keep in mind, let's head into the application. Now we are going to get started with the first step, which is properly washing your face. And I'm going to demonstrate this step to ensure that you won't come across any layering issues or skin sensitivities. Now, first of all, make sure to choose the right cleanser for your skin type and needs. For example, use an oil or balm cleanser if you're trying to remove minimal sunscreen and or waterproof makeup. Otherwise, just go with your regular water-based cleanser that's suitable for your skin type. As an example, I'm going to use the Ordinary Glucoside Foaming Cleanser, which is a regular water-based cleanser suitable for all skin types. And then read on the back of the packaging if it needs to be applied to dry or wet skin. When using water, use lukewarm water to warm water, so around skin's temperature, but avoid hot water, otherwise it may dry out your skin. And then when washing your face above the sink, I highly recommend using a soft, clean, damp washcloth, those are gentle on the skin, to remove any last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup that you may have missed. And then lastly, make sure to properly pat the skin dry. Now with this cleanser, it needs to be applied to wet skin, so this is now what I'm going to do, so let's get started. Then use about a coin size amount in the palm of your hand or fingertips. About that much. Rub your hands together, and with your regular water-based cleanser, you're going to massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds. Now rinse it off. Now go ahead and take your damp washcloth to remove any last traces of cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup. Now I recommend rinsing again. And once you have properly rinsed off all the cleanser of the skin, sunscreen and or makeup, it is time to take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove any excess water drops from the skin surface. This is an important step. Please do not skip this to ensure proper skincare layering, that it can properly absorb into the skin and won't come across skin sensitivities. Once you're done with your cleansing step, you now can move on to the next step. Remember, as an optional step, you can include your hydrating and soothing toner, maybe exfoliant, then your face serum, then you're going to apply the oil, and then on top of it, the moisturizer if you should feel the need, or mix it. Now I'm going to keep my main focus now towards the oil application. Just remember that if you're going to use other skincare products in your skincare routine as well, to let them properly absorb into the skin before moving on to the next step. And so the same would also apply if you just want to use the oil on its own. Wash your face, pat the skin dry, now move on to the application of the oil to lock in that moisture. And I recommend using between 3 to 5 drops for your face and neck. You can dispense it in the palm of your hand, fingertips, or immediately onto your face. And now gently blend it all over. Once you're done with the application, leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And you can stop right here, leave it as it is, or if you have sun exposure during daytime, now follow with your sunscreen afterwards. However, if you now say, well, I do want to layer my moisturizer on top, well, then now would be the time to do so, and then use about a pea to a bean size amount. As an example, I'm going to use the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors with hyaluronic acid. About that much. Rub your fingertips together and then gently blend it all over. Once you have applied it, leave it on the skin, do not wash it off. And then there you have it. Now alternatively, instead of layering one after the other, you could go ahead and mix it. And in that sense, you're going to use about a pea-sized amount of moisturizer and place it in the palm of your hand. About that much. Then add a couple of drops of oil. And then mix it in the palm of your hand. I do not recommend using more than that, otherwise you may end up with too much product on the skin when doing the application, or you just have wasted too much product because it's just too much to apply it all over your face and neck. Therefore, this would be a general guide that I can highly recommend you are trying at home if you want to do the mixture. And then rub your hands together and then gently blend it all over, and then there you have it. This would be the other method. Remember to just do one method, either layer them one after the other or do the mixture. And there you have it. This is how you can use the Ordinary 100% organic virgin chia seed oil. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you find it helpful, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And remember, the example skincare routines are in the description box down below. If you want to learn more about skincare products in general, the overall application, how you can combine certain treatments, you'll find more educational skincare related content on my channel, so head on there and I will see you there. Happy skincaring!